What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Ghost of Lord Master Starscream. And tonight joining me is TFN Geek. How are you doing tonight?
I do fantastic.
Oh, that's good. Anything new?
Not yet, unfortunately. Fortunately, the two most recent Transformers action figures I ordered from Amazon are arriving through the post office. One of them says it'll arrive on Saturday, and the other one that I ordered a week before that, the post office has no idea where it is.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so I'm thinking either it hasn't been scanned and it's going to arrive before the weekend, or it's not going to show up and I'm going to have to end up canceling it and reordering it.
Oh, God. I hate that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's a Transformers figure that I've been wanting to get ever since it came out over a year ago.
Okay. Well, I would ask if you'd like to share what it is, but just in case
Sure. Yeah, no. I was gonna surprise you and all of my subscribers, but considering the fact that it's lost, I see no harm in telling you which one it is.
Well, I still hope it's not lost, but I'll keep in prayer for you. But go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So I actually ordered for a very interesting reason that my OCD compelled me to buy it. You know what I mean by the letters OCD, don't you?
Yeah, I got you.
Anyways, I ordered the Transformers, the Amazon exclusive Transformers Earthrise alternate universe, aka the dead version of Optimus Prime.
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
Well, I do hope they didn't. I do hope it didn't get lost.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye for you on that.
I contacted the Amazon, the seller who I got it from on Amazon, and they told me that it's moving within the post office. So I'm hoping they just forgot to scan it and that it'll show up by before the arrival date. They're telling me that it will arrive no later than this coming Monday, January 10th. But if it doesn't arrive by next Thursday on the 13th, then I can cancel the order and they'll give me a refund for it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I'm hoping it arrives before then.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, the main reason why I got that is because I'm going to use it as Earthrise Nemesis Prime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then the trailer I'm actually going to give to my Shattered Glass Optimus Prime figure, so it will be a full body semi truck.
Oh, okay, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
And well, I definitely do hope you get your package in.
Oh yeah.
And the package TFN Geek he sent me will be coming in at 9 a.m. if UPS lives up to that. But but in case there's delays, they might go stop by other houses along the way, which is understandable. But hopefully, when I get up in the morning right around 9, the package will be there. Or because I have to be at work, or I have to be waiting for the guy to pick me and Mr. Slipstream up at 9 a.m. So
yeah, and unfortunately,
they'll be picking
there's no guarantees of when packages will arrive. I've had Transformers figures I've ordered from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
They've arrived as early as 6:30 in the morning.
Oh gosh!
But on the reverse of that, they've arrived as late as 7:30 at night. So with my experiences, there is a time span of 13 hours in the day when at least this is true for Transformers action figures you order off of Amazon. There's at least 13 hours of the day where they could be dropped off at your house.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus UPS stays up. Is usually working right around 9 at night.
Where I live in California, the UPS drivers, they have until 10 p.m. to deliver all the packages in their trucks. Yeah.
Well, I guess no time for lunch breaks. If you better eat what you can and start working.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, yeah. Hold on a minute.
So yeah, with my experience, there's no really any guarantees with UPS when in fact they will stop by your home.
Yeah, that's the thing. When I first ordered my Kingdom Ultra Magnus figure, I I didn't know when I was getting it in until I found out UPS was dropping it off, and it was dropped off right around 6. I've been waiting all day for it to get dropped off because I ordered it on eBay through Best Buy or Best Buy eBay, I should. So I just sat there waiting for it all day. And lucky enough it came in because I thought it was lost. But yeah, and real quick, I do want to talk a little bit about, since we talked a little bit about Shattered Glass yesterday. I did want to share a couple of things. I don't know what. I think this is the first issue comic, so I'm going to share this. But I'll say this before I share this, and hopefully YouTube will be okay with me doing this. But I'll say this: the comic books with the Shattered Glass, and specifically the ones that are the repaints of the Siege and 86 figures, I'll say this: the first issue comic is like, well, I'll say this: the character that specific, or this specific character that dies, which is an Autobot, like, oh my gosh. When I heard that Shattered Glass was brutal, or a brutal comic series, I thought it was just like, it's not that brutal. But when someone says brutal, and man, they definitely show you that this is not a comic book series for kids.
Oh no, it's not. Shattered Glass is actually a bunch of graphic novels.
Oh yeah, and I do want to share this, and like I said, hopefully YouTube don't kick me on this. And the reason why I have my camera off is because I'm currently trying to hold in my food right now, because for some reason I'm just not feeling good. But hopefully I'll last. But anyways, but so just to hang on, let me turn off my camera for a minute. To be specific on what happens in this scene, well, Blur in the first issue of the this comic, he's trying to hunt down Starscream because I think he has very important information, and I think he's trying to get to him before Goldbug.
Yeah.
So yeah, because Starscream has really important information about or I think some secret codes that he found for Metroplex. So, and that's why Blur needs to bring him in alive. So he goes to Starscream, finds him, and he pretends to be an ally at first, that he left the Autobots. So he befriends Starscream and helps him kill a couple of Autobots. And then they go out into the middle of nowhere in a volcanic zone, which is somewhere they shouldn't be. And Blur is just leading him into a trap. And Starscream's like, I ain't going any farther. So he starts interrogating him, questioning him. Then they go on a little bit farther, and just when Starscream realizes he's up to something, he starts opening fire on Blur. And Blur literally just starts messing with Starscream by using his speed, like, oh, you can't hit me. You can't use those swords on me, because Starscream literally starts deploying his swords and trying to attack him. And as Starscream says, hang on, let me, I'm trying to figure out. Well, Starscream is just saying that I knew you're fast, but I didn't need to deal with your speed. I just needed to outthink you. So since they were in a volcanic zone, Blur ends up taking a brutal death in the first issue. So I'm going to show this off. So literally, Blur just felt for Starscream, and he's literally melting in lava. And there's Blur right there, the Shattered Glass version, the repaint of the 86, trying to get out of the lava, and he's trying to use his speed, and Starscream is just there talking to him. And as you see, it gets a little more brutaler. He's starting to melt. And here's where it gets really brutal right here. You can see Blur's face.
Yeah.
And I'll say this. If you want to, before I show this, and kids, if you're watching, I suggest not looking at this, and you got until I'm done with this what I'm going to say, to not look at this. But I'll say this: picture being melted by acid, like a human just being melted by acid, kind of like in one of those horror films when acid gets dumped on you and your skin starts to literally turn to like and it's like rubber. It just starts dripping down. Hopefully I could So there's Starscream talking to Blur.
Yeah.
Because Starscream literally just stayed there all night, and there's Blur right there. And that's what and then he just leaves him, and here's the brutal shot right here. Ah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So the Shattered Glass Blur pretty much he doesn't last that long in this comic. This is pretty much a comic about Blur and Starscream, and Blur doesn't end up surviving, but this does give Starscream motivation to go to Megatron for help. And
and that's the main reason. Yeah, I know. That's one of the main reasons why the original Shattered Glass comic books were released exclusively through BotCon, because by Fun Publications, because since they weren't released at the public, they were free to be as graphic as they wanted to get.
Yeah. And man, and I'm actually hoping we get more Shattered Glass figures to continue this comic series, because I'm actually finding it pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and it does go through Starscream and these comics do go through Starscream and Blitzwing's Starscream and Jetfire's relationship, on how they fell apart. Like literally, Starscream was the nice one, and Jetfire was just the one with an attitude, basically.
Yeah. Well, it's the exact opposite of the G1 series, where they started off as scientists, and after the war started, Starscream wanted to become a conqueror, and Jetfire remained a scientist. So in the Shattered Glass universe, it was the opposite.
Yeah, and that pretty much, and pretty much in the and if I'm not mistaken, hopefully I'm getting all this right, but pretty much in the next part of the comic, Starscream just goes to Megatron, tries to convince him to help, and literally Megatron is just hiding out in the Sea of Rust because of a battle that took place on Earth, which I'll get to in a minute. But I'm trying to figure out how to start this, but anyway, Starscream just goes to Megatron, starts talking to him and all that, and literally when he finally finds Megatron, he pretty much just passes out because the Sea of Rust is already starting to dissolve his armor. So Megatron just picks him up and carries him to his secret lair where he's been hiding out, and Starscream just explains that he needs help, and Megatron just doesn't want anything to do with the war because of the battle that took place on Earth, which Megatron literally almost sacrificed his whole life just to save Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Starscream, telling them to retreat as Megatron is just battling Optimus Prime on his own. And ultimately, I don't know if this was shown, but I'm assuming that pretty much the Earth was destroyed, and Megatron ended up losing the fight. So, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the comic you'll have, so you'll be able to look at that.
Oh, cool. That's the comic that comes with Megatron?
Yeah, this is the Megatron comic part, so.
Okay. Oh, man. That's sneaky of Hasbro to have each of the Shattered Glass figures come with one chapter of a comic story. I mean, that's outright sneaky.
Yeah. And also, and if you are curious about these comics, I was going to send you these a couple hours ago, but I just totally forgot while I was in town. But if you like to watch some dubbing of this comic, kind of like you're watching a series, I'll gladly send you these if you're interested.
Oh, I am interested, please. And thank you.
Okay, yeah. Oh, no problem. Yeah, let me turn this down. I don't want to get copyright struck. And yeah, so let me see here. I'm going by the comic book art, hopefully. Okay, Blur, I believe, is chapter 1. So, and Megatron is chapter 2. Starscream is chapter 3. And I'm gonna have to look at the other. Hang on, let me see here. I'm gonna. So far, I don't think they have dubs for the other comics just yet. I'm still waiting on those. So yeah, I'll definitely. Let me see here. But and I would put these share the YouTuber's name, but I just don't know the. I'm unable to pronounce the name, but it's all right. All right, here we go. Here's Discord. But anyways, so yeah. Oh, I'll get to this in a minute. Trying to share some links, and you could. All right, chapter 2.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, thank you. I'll watch those as soon as we're done with the live stream.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, for me, instead of reading them, but they do put the comic things in there. So if you just want to hear, I guess the people do the voice acting work, or just read it for yourself. But
oh yeah,
let me see here, share. So yeah, like I said, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I think, like I said, Blur's chapter 1, Megatron's chapter 2, and by the way, I'm going off of the figures with the comics they come with. So let me put it like this: if you get the Blur figure, that's chapter 1. If you get Megatron, that's chapter 2. Starscream, I believe, is chapter 3.
And then Goldbug is chapter 5.
I guess so. I'm still waiting for.
Yeah, or it could be Jetfire is chapter 5 and Goldbug is chapter 6.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting for the. Let me see here. Okay, Discord. Yeah, I'm still waiting for them to release the others. Hopefully, they will. Ugh. Oh, excuse me. But, anyways, so yeah, Megatron, like I said, pretty much loses the fight. He's just badly damaged. Like, you'll see it in the chapter when Megatron is just going over the story of what happened when he's talking to Starscream. Like, Megatron was just left for dead. No one was around to help him, so he was able to walk around and and he found a ship. He repaired it, then went back to Cybertron and just went to the Sea of Rust and hid himself for pretty much years. So Starscream just kept convincing him, like, you're the best leader to rally behind and all that. So by the end of this part of the comic, I believe he finally convinces Megatron to come back, and then they go. I forgot the name of the Autobot city, but they're pretty much just wearing cloaks, like literally like little, kind of like Obi-Wan Kenobi style, so they could hide their faces, but all the Autobots are just looking at them. So they go to a bar, and they end up getting in a fight with a blaster, and well, actually, scratch that. They went to go see Soundwave first, I believe, and man, Soundwave looks pretty cool. I actually want to figure a Soundwave.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and you get to see Ravage, and then after that, I believe they go to the bar. They end up finding out that they're being listened to. Megatron just loses it and flips the bar table over, and there's one of Soundwave's cassettes, specifically the one that comes with the Kingdom version of Blaster. I forgot the name of that cassette.
Eject.
Yeah, Eject is just in cassette mode under the table. Then Blaster walks in. They all get into a fight, and well, Starscream ends up. Megatron tells Starscream to leave just leave me behind. You're too valuable. So Megatron buys Starscream time. Starscream leaves the bar and just runs. And after Starscream gets on the roof, he's just saying to himself that he's stupid for leaving Megatron behind, and he shouldn't have followed those orders. So basically, I think this comic part of it ends with Starscream going to the ruins of Metroplex, and he's trying to be like a city speaker, I guess. He's trying to wake up Metroplex with the I think he has like the spark or something like that of a Titan. Or not. He has the spark to be able to communicate with the Titans, I guess. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, you'll see it in the comic. And yeah, I'm hoping to be able to find the other ones. But I'm gonna say this. Me seeing the first issue when Blur just wow. I was like, this is a brutal series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they totally weren't messing around. And especially me looking at some of the artwork also. Like and this is one I wasn't going to show, but I guess I'm going to show it now, so give me a minute. But I'll just say this. On one of the comic book art, let me see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. All right. But like I was saying, on some of the artwork, like literally, it just makes me question how brutal they could get with some of the artwork. Like, and I wish it wasn't as blurry, but okay, it's going to be a little bit blurry. But here's Jetfire right here. And like, I feel bad for Starscream's head right there. Like he's just.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see if I can zoom in on it. I know it's going to be a bit blurry, but that's what's left of Starscream's head. And you can see that, yeah, like, even though some of these things don't happen in the comics themselves, it's just the artwork that just shows, like, hey, this is a brutal series. This is not for kids.
No.
All right. Okay. I found the comic numbers. So, all right. Yeah, Blur's Chapter 1. And let me see here. I'm trying to find. Megatron's Chapter 2. Starscream is Chapter 3. And I'm trying to see which one's Chapter 4. I think I saw it. Oh, okay. Jetfire is Chapter 5. Okay, Goldbug's Chapter 4. And yeah, Jetfire's Chapter 5.
So Starscream probably comes as Chapter 6.
Let me see here. No, Starscream is Chapter 3. I'm trying.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. Let me see here. All right. Let me go and line it out again since I got all the numbers here. Okay. All right. Blur is number 1. Megatron's number 2. Starscream's number 3. Goldbug's number 4. And Jetfire is number 5. Yeah. So I guess depending on how these comics end, like, well, since Jetfire is going to be the last one released, depending on how that one ends, I guess we'll see if there'll be more figures to come out.
Yeah.
But yeah, this series is, man. Yeah, I'll just say this. If I had to describe Shattered Glass, it's both graphic and tragic also. And like I said, if they do make this a series, I could see this not being for kids, judging on how Blurred bites the dust. Yeah, and when you since they put a little bit of Goldbug in these chapters, especially, well, he does appear in some of the chapters I send you, but man, Goldbug, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to describe him as a bumblebee. That's all I'm going to say. So yeah. Oh, and I will show this. Here's Soundwave right here. When you first see him, I actually do hope we get a Soundwave figure, either in the as a Netflix figure, or hang on, with the Netflix design with the boombox or the cassette tape, or let me see here, a repaint of the Siege one. But I think there's going to be a lot. I think they would probably, maybe, I don't know, end up using the Netflix version. That way they could have another exclusive with that figure.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like what they did with Jetfire.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I will say this. Megatron seems to, like, I like the story in this. Like, Megatron does not like I don't want to bring politics into it, but he just doesn't like Optimus Prime, or like, I'll just say this. Well, he's not called Optimus Prime, but he does call him Orion in the first 3 chapters, I believe. But I'll say this. Megatron does not like the police, specifically Prowl. Like, yeah, Megatron. I'll say this, like, considering a lot of stuff, like I said, I do apologize for bringing politics into it, but it does deal with some of that. But yeah, Megatron just feels like the government is, or their government is corrupted, and yeah, I actually like this version of Megatron because he wants to see a better Cybertron without politics or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he does end up getting in a good fight with, or not a fight, but he does end up assaulting an officer out in the public during the protests. And you'll see that. But I'll just say this: the attitude he has, like whenever he says to Prowl, "Do not touch me," Megatron specifically means "Do not touch me." Like, but yeah, I actually enjoy this Megatron, and since Megatron does end up getting put in jail, Orion is the one that ends up, well, bailing him out, but Megatron is just like, I don't want any favors from you.
Yeah.
And I do like how you get to see how in the comic Optimus Prime ended up with that busted windshield on his on his right side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying I like that how they do the shattered glass, like especially on Optimus Prime, like one of his windows is shattered.
Yeah, because someone took a pop shot at him.
Oh yeah, and man, Ratchet, oh my gosh, in the first part with Blur and all that, like he's just, yeah, I could see him, like when you said a mad scientist, oh gosh, all I can say is this. He's literally like trying to bring like a Frankenstein to life by experimenting on bots. And I'll say this, some of the stuff he's working on is graphic.
Yep.
I'm trying to see if I can find an image, but okay, I already lost it. It's all right. But I'm curious, in your opinion, do you think Shattered Glass could end up working in a series?
Yes.
Okay. And is there a story that you would like them to go off of, or anything specific that you would like?
I'd like them to have the Shattered Glass characters. I'd like to have the Shattered Glass Decepticons try and escape Cybertron, but as they enter a space bridge to travel to a different part of the galaxy, Optimus Prime and the evil Autobots attack Megatron's heroic Decepticons. The space bridge malfunctions, and the Shattered Glass Transformers end up in the non-Shattered Glass universe.
And end up with the evil Decepticons and the heroic Autobots?
Oh yeah, I mean, can you imagine Optimus Prime and Megatron fighting Optimus Prime and Megatron?
Oh gosh, I could just picture a fight between like Optimus Prime versus Shattered Glass Optimus Prime and Megatron versus Shattered Glass Megatron.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine the heroes and the villains realizing that they're each other's greatest adversary?
Oh God,
Yeah.
that would be crazy for them to
Uh-huh.
do. But yeah, like I said, I wouldn't mind seeing what they could do with Shattered Glass.
Same here.
And plus, I just want to see. I wouldn't mind seeing a fight between Starscream versus Starscream on how that would go.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I think, I think literally Starscream. Since we all know how Starscream is all, he likes to talk about you disgust me or something like that. Same for Megatron. But I just think it's funny that or excuse me, I'd like to see Starscream just specifically the non-Shattered Glass one, like when Starscream fights the Shattered Glass Starscream, like him saying like you disgust me and you should be ashamed to be me or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they could have like their battle in the sky.
Oh yeah. And
And
I'd love for that. I'd love to see that type of fight because Shatterglass Starscream could respond. At least there's one thing I know: you and I are never alike. And the regular version of Starscream could ask, "What is that?" And Shatterglass Starscream could respond, "I at least know I will never be a coward."
oh God.
I mean,
Yeah, I can see that.
Can you imagine Starscream getting angry at hearing Shatterglass Starscream say that about him?
Oh God. Yeah, he would totally lose it right there. And he'd be like, I'm not a coward.
Uh huh.
And you could have Megatron be like, from one of the G1 episodes, you're either lying or you're stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes.
I'm sorry, that was just too funny to see
Uh-huh.
him finally admit it because he just wants to get out of the situation because he doesn't want to admit that he lied on trying to
Uh-huh.
Megatron. Yeah, and that was in the episode where Blitzwing and Astro Train were competing for Decepticon leadership.
Yeah, triple takeover.
Yeah, and but yeah, and now for this one, I'm curious. Do you think Shattered Glass could somehow work in live action? Or
Um, as much as I'd like to see it, I'd say no because the way the characters are dressed, the way that characters opposite personalities are portrayed, I don't think they're ready to put it on the live screen yet.
yeah, and I don't want to put it like this, considering how graphic it is. Well, actually, I mean, I would have to say, I would say, I don't want to say this, and I'm not talking about human type stuff. I'm talking about like robot type stuff. I would have. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate on this, but I was gonna say have it be like rated R, like have it extremely violent, like robot violence.
Mm-hmm.
But and since we got robot violence before, they just put it as ages 18 or older.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. The bottom line is, if they were to do a cartoon series of based on the Shattered Glass story,
yeah,
it would have to be in the same dark tone as a anime.
yeah.
Like I trying to think of a mecha anime that would be similar to
Shattered Glass.
Shattered Glass.
I can't think of one,
Uh,
and I'm sure I'll get a lot of hate for this, but to be honest, I'll say this: I never seen anything Gundam related. I'll just
uh,
confess, so I wouldn't know if there's any of that type of stuff in there. So,
yeah.
but
Well, yeah. The thing with the Gundams is that they're primarily battle suits that humans we use to fight each other. But I don't.
yeah,
I trying to remember the name of this anime that was popular in the '90s. Uh, Neo Genesis Evangelion, I think was what it was called.
yeah,
Called yeah. Yeah. Robotech wasn't really that graphic in terms of amount of violence that it possessed.
uh,
But
and
yeah.
and I real quick, I will say this for those who are saying like you should watch Gundam and all that, I'll say this: I will watch Gundam, but I'm just waiting for the Netflix live action series of Gundam they are coming out with that is currently in development. So if the series is good for the live action, because I just want to see things in live action before I actually watch the cartoons. So if the live action is good, then I'll probably end up watching the anime stuff.
Yeah. I don't remember too much of the original Gundam anime, but my favorite Gundam series was it's called G Gundam.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, some people say it's a little cheesy compared to the other Gundam anime, but it's one that I think is worth watching.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And let me see here. All right. But yeah, I can't exactly. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, nice. It's on you. Yeah. See, it's on YouTube. Okay. Cool. All right. I'll give that a check out when I can. But yeah, I can't think of anything that they could use. But I'll say this: Kingdom kind of literally did take a dark twist, specifically with the Megatron scenes. Like when Megatron is hallucinating and like you see all the zombie bots and all that. Like here's one of the what a scene I would consider kind of graphic, but not at the same time. And it's the part when he's back on Cybertron and he thinks he's at section 21. I think that's the 12 from Transformers Earthrise. Excuse me. And anyways, he's walking through the warehouse. He's wearing the Matrix. Then he sees the Allspark just floating around, and he tries to grab it. When he finally grabs it, and he's just laying on the ground on his belly, whenever the scenery and all that changes, the Allspark he thinks he caught changes with it, and he finds himself holding Ultra Magnus's head. And then he starts sinking in a quicksand along with Ultra Magnus's head. That's what I would consider a little bit gruesome and dark.
Oh yeah, that was pretty gruesome. It was the Allspark's way of telling Megatron, the power you desire will ultimately destroy you.
Yeah, and also the Matrix was saying, "Hey, you're not worthy. Put me down."
Uh-huh.
But yeah. But hold on a minute, let me all right, anyways, had to blow my nose there, but I'll just say this. I don't know why, but like I said last night, for some reason, I can literally see Transformers Legacy, and I will say this, and since you did mention it, if it is going to be part of the a sequel to Kingdom, I'm going to share this with you in a minute, if I can find this banner, because I did want to share this with you. Let me see here. Hopefully I can find it. But let me see here. Okay, I'm trying to find that banner. Give me a minute. Maybe I could just find the poster. Okay, here it is. All right, I'll just download this image and I'll send it to you. Anyways, like I was saying, I feel like Legacy could end up ending with like I said, kind of like what they did with Unicron at the end of Kingdom. Like they could end it off on like a cliffhanger with a shattered glass, since, like I said, they are dealing with the multiverse. Okay, I just sent it to you, and I will show this on here also. But since I don't usually get a clear picture, this will kind of give you a clearer picture. But yeah, on this banner, if you look at Megatron, let me full screen myself. But if you want to look at it on Discord, you can. But yeah, like I said, if you look at the Legacy banner right here,
yeah,
and if you look at Megatron, you can kind of tell that is the Siege Megatron. Like that's the same shoulder part right there, and the backpack right there is the tank treads.
Yeah.
And let me see here. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think pretty much Optimus Prime is pretty much the same. So, but yeah, I look at Megatron, and I'm only looking at Megatron. Megatron, just me looking at the Megatron kind of makes me think even though it doesn't have Netflix on it, but pretty much the Earthrise, the Siege, or excuse me, the Siege and the Earthrise and the Kingdom, the boxes and the artwork never. No, they never really had Netflix written on it unless it was the Netflix exclusives. But so yeah, I look at this banner. I feel like it could end up being a sequel to Kingdom.
Yeah.
Even though, and like with Bulkhead and RC and all that, like it's like I said, different universes coming together to defeat Unicron. Like I said, Prime, RC, and Bulkhead, and Armada Starscream, Transmetal, Dragon Megatron, and if I'm not mistaken, Transformers Prime Soundwave was in the listings.
Yeah, he's playing a Voyager class figure.
Oh, nice. Well, I still wish it was the
a re-release of Netflix Soundwave.
Yeah, I honestly do hope they end up doing that somehow, because I cannot accept that they would just release it one time, but considering that they re-released figures before, but yeah, like I said, they could have all the different universes come together, and I guess if you want a little bit of Shattered Glass, if they don't end it off with another sequel, like just for Shattered Glass, you could have like you mentioned, like having a Megatron come in, the Shattered Glass specifically. So, and I will say this, since Starscream, specifically the Siege Starscream, or G1 Starscream, whichever, but I'm going to call him G1 Starscream, since we all know he's a coward and all that stuff, and he always runs from the fights, and, well, clearly Unicron is just specifically telling him, you're weak, and, well, he's pretty much, Unicron, since Unicron is in Starscream's head, and right now there's a crotch rocket that is just going back and forth on the highway. But anyways, literally these people around here, I just can't handle them. But anyways,
here in California.
Oh God, I bet it's worse.
Oh yeah, I've heard motorcycles at 12 o'clock midnight zoom past the street, and I've seen people on the main road, which is a block away from my house. They rev their engine so loud that it pierces the night.
Oh God!
The roads are so long and the ones that slope downward and are on declines, people turn them into racetracks.
Oh God! Well, they better watch out for the police.
Oh yeah, the police. There's all sorts of places that the police love to hide in.
Oh yeah, considering how you said California.
Yeah.
Yeah, considering how they're always looking to catch somebody.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, like I said, since Starscream is always the one that's a coward, and he's, like I said, running from the fights, Unicron is in his head saying, like, making him doubt himself and all that. Here's what I would like to see. If Armada Starscream appears in the series, which I honestly do hope they do that, if we're getting a figure, please don't let that figure be for nothing. That's all I ask. But yeah, you could have like Armada, since Armada Starscream was pretty much the heroic one, even though he was a little bit of a coward, but then again, well, sometimes Armada Starscream runs from a fight, sometimes, but Starscream could never back down from a fight. He always wanted to fight, and pretty much try to take over Megatron's leadership, but in the end, Starscream didn't really care when he found out that there was a bigger threat. But anyways, since Starscream, like I said, since Starscream wasn't a coward, he disobeyed orders, went to fight Galvatron, even disobeying Optimus Prime's orders to stand down. But he's just saying, I don't take orders from you. I'm my own bot. But like I said, only in the end it was only in the end Starscream literally just like I said, he just sacrificed himself to prove a point and try to get both Optimus Prime and Megatron to join sides. But here's what I'm trying to say. I would like to see a scene like, if it's not going to be Armada Starscream that sacrifices himself, I would like it to be Siege Starscream. And I know this is going to hurt if they actually do this. Like, Unicron, like I said, he's in his head. He's going to make him doubt himself. Okay, we already seen Megatron pretty much. I want to say Megatron, Armada Megatron was kind of the hero that killed Unicron, because I guess by going into inside Unicron like that, I guess that's pretty much what did a lot of, just made him blow up, I think.
Yeah.
But I'll have to, yeah. And so Optimus wasn't the hero. Optimus Prime was just going mad.
Mm-hmm.
But they, well, actually Optimus wasn't going mad, but he was literally just accepting the fact that what Unicron or Sideways and Unicron and Megatron was saying, that Unicron will never be truly dead unless the fighting ends. So
yeah.
But like I said, I would like to see a scene where Starscream just literally just, I'll say like this, put his big boy pants on. I do not want Optimus Prime, or if Rodimus ends up appearing, I don't want Galvatron, Nemesis Prime, Optimus Prime, Megatron, or Hot Rod. I don't want them to be the heroes by the end of the series. I would rather see it be Siege Starscream. Like, he literally, he's the one that sacrifices himself to destroy Unicron.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, I think they're pretty much hinting towards, they pretty much given Siege Starscream some Armada type stuff. Especially in the final battle, when he's talking to, I'll say this, the final battle when they're back on Cybertron in the snow, and Starscream is trying to convince Megatron to take a stand and join us. That was pretty much Armada Starscream right there talking.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I really want to see pretty much Siege Starscream be the hero, and they could do what they did with by the end of Kingdom, like pretty much. I know people would say that was a reflector statue. Personally, I want to say it was Scrapface, since Scrapface was previously a Decepticon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to say that was a Scrapface's tribute statue, and then along with Cog. So, and then I guess they could give one more tribute for Starscream having a statue along with them. But yeah, like I said, I would really like to see that. Plus, we already seen Megatron and Optimus Prime just sacrifice themselves enough. I think it's just time that Starscream becomes the heroic hero for once. Because, I mean, Armada Starscream, he pretty much was a hero, but in the end, he went out, I don't want to say in a heroic way, but he just sacrificed himself. I guess he tried to kill Unicron himself with his proton cannons, but Unicron pretty much got to him before Starscream could, well, shoot, pretty much just, I guess, blast him to heck.
Oh, yeah.
Which literally, I'll say this, Starscream's death in Armada was just sad.
Oh, yeah.
And plus, I would totally be curious how that would affect Armada Starscream if that happened. But I'll just say this: I do not want to see Armada Starscream die again. That's why I said it has to be Siege Starscream, because of all the information he has in his head from the Golden Disc, and also Unicron reaching out to him. And I will say this: we may have heard what Starscream. We already heard what Starscream said, that Unicron pretty much called him a coward and all that stuff, and that he's too weak. But I'll say this: there may be a little more than that, because Unicron, and I'm hoping I'm getting these lines right, whenever Starscream is reading the Golden Disc, and Black Arachnia is pretty much on the way. But when the disc starts to activate with a Unicron, all you could hear is Unicron just calling out to him, Starscream.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he finally gets his attention, all you could hear, the last thing you hear Unicron say, or the last thing you hear Unicron say is, listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much I think Starscream knows a little bit more. And I will say this, Starscream can totally tell when he's not happy, because by the end of Kingdom, Starscream does say to Black Arachnia that he is not pleased with what happened here.
Yeah.
And he can still hear him.
Yeah. So that was one of the mysteries that Kingdom had when it ended, was what exactly did Unicron say to Starscream, and how is that going to affect Starscream, knowing that he can hear the Chaos Springer's thoughts inside his head? I mean, is it going to torment him? Is he going to go insane? Or
yeah, like I said, that's why I really want, like, Unicron is trying to pretty much bring him down with fear. I would like to see Starscream overcome that fear and be like, no, I'm done with your mind games. And that's why he would sacrifice himself. And I guess if you want to put it like this, Unicron is pretty much like, well, I mean, Starscream would love to stick around, but I guess since Starscream is pretty much infected with Unicron, I guess if Unicron dies, part of him will still carry on through Starscream. So I guess that's another reason why they could have him sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
But go ahead, what you were going to say, if you were going to say something.
Yeah, no, well, I was just going to say, over the years, a lot of Transformers fans have compared Armada Starscream with Beast Wars Dinobot.
Oh, yeah.
Where he starts off as a villain and then he dies a hero. So I can see what happens if they do a Legacy cartoon series. I can see them having a Siege Starscream be damaged in battle one day, and when his body gets rebuilt, he gets rebuilt into the Armada Starscream body. Then he can go on the heroic journey, as he can still hears Unicron, and he can die the hero the same way Dinobot did in Kingdom.
Now that I would actually like. Or you could have him be reformatted by Unicron.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I would actually like that, but I'm still curious on what... I still want to know what happens to a Nemesis Prime and Galvatron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember you talking about some of the thoughts or some of the ideas you had on what could happen, but I just want... He just pretty much was putting them back in that purple grid type thing.
Yeah, they're reformatting stage. So, question is, what is he going to do to them?
That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
And because what's that?
Go ahead.
Oh, because I don't think he's going to let him give him another chance, because pretty much after what Galvatron and Nemesis Prime tried to do, Nemesis Prime ain't going to tolerate that anymore. So, because he ain't going to, we all know Unicron is not going to accept behavior like that. So,
no.
But yeah. But like I said, I honestly do hope they end this series off with a tease of Shattered Glass, or at least have a Shattered Glass character come in there, but we don't have any listings of Shattered Glass figures going to appear in Legacy, but still. If it doesn't end off with or if it doesn't have a Shattered Glass character, I honestly do hope they tease Shattered Glass in this.
Oh, yeah.
Since pretty much the Netflix series is not exactly made for kids, and it is like an adult type story is all I could say, or a show made for adults.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and like I said, I'm actually looking forward to the Legacy line, and hopefully this does end up becoming a series, because still no word on it, at this point, but I guess they're going to wait until the figures are almost fully released. Like they're going to wait a couple waves, and I guess they may announce something.
Yeah.
And I will say this: we pretty much kind of got some concept art of Bulkhead recently. And every time we get concept art like that, and I'll say this goes back to Transformers Kingdom. We got concept art like that with Primal and Black Arachnia, and I think Tigertron and Cheetor. I think T-Rex Megatron also. I could be wrong, but we got artwork kind of like that, and now we're getting it again with Bulkhead. It's kind of giving me an idea that this could end up being a series, but still, I really don't want them to end it off on a cliffhanger like this.
Oh yeah, that would be that'd be so aggravating seeing it end on a cliffhanger like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Bayverse for me. I really wanted to see a sequel to Transformers: The Last Knight, and every time I see that end credit scene with Quintessa just going up to the guy saying to him, like, don't touch Unicron's horn. He doesn't like it. And that she could show the humans how to defeat him. And all you see is just Unicron's horn right there. So it just frustrates me seeing that cliffhanger. And I really wish, like I said, I really wish Transformers: The Last Knight was a successful film so they could do that Unicron story, but I understand.
Yeah.
And I honestly do hope we get a G1. If this, gosh darn it, I can't remember Travis Scott, or I totally forgot the name of the director of the Bumblebee movie, but I'll say this: the Bumblebee universe is what I'll call it, with the Bumblebee movie and Rise of the Beasts. I honestly do hope in that universe we do get a G1 like Unicron if they do more sequels in the future after Rise of the Beasts.
Oh yeah, that would be fantastic to see.
Yeah. And I think I'll end it off tonight. That way you could get some rest, and you have to be up at 6 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I hate early mornings too, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta be up right around 9 in the morning, and hopefully my package will come in by then. But if not, because since Mr. Slipstream wants to go with me to work and keep an eye on me because she gets worried and she doesn't want me to get hurt, so but she wants to get out of the house. So yeah, and that's why I'm hoping my package will get here before I leave. But if not, then at least I know there'll be some waiting for me when I get back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't know if you were still interested in looking for the Transformers Kingdom Transmutate figure.
Oh, I'm definitely interested because you said you recommended that figure, and plus, I'll say this: Transmutate is a character I don't fully understand and I was never a fan of, but after looking at the figure, I actually like the figure. I'm gonna have to watch the Beast Wars episode again and give it another chance.
Yeah.
Because.
Well, I just wanted to let you know, I was browsing around Amazon right now, and she's going for only $23.30. That's less than what I paid for her.
Oh, nice.
I paid 20 cents. So yeah, if you want to get Transmutate, get her now on Amazon because she's going for less than $24.
Oh, okay, I'll definitely look into that. Hopefully, I could get her. And I'm also hoping I'll be able to go to Walmart this weekend. And like I said, I'm still upset that I was unable to get the Kingdom Blaster. But I understood. Mm-hmm. But hopefully, since if I do end up coming across that figure here at my area, I may get it, but it just depends what I find at Walmart. But since that figure will be released again in the Legacy line, I just might wait because at least I'll get another shot.
Yeah.
But another reason why I want to pick up, it's kind of like me. The reason why I want to pick up the Earthrise I have the Earthrise RC, but another reason why I want to pick up the Kingdom one is also so I could I could have another copy of her and also put her in the Kingdom line. Same for Blaster. At least I could expand my Kingdom shelf a little bit more. But if I'm able to get the Kingdom Blaster, at least hopefully I'll be able to get the Legacy version, and I could leave him in the boombox mode.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and I think that's about it. And also, before I do end off, I'm gonna look real quick. I think there was another figure I wanted to ask about. I think I had it on my eBay list. Let me check. Okay, I found one. Maybe not. Okay, I guess not. It's all right. But anyways, would you like to share where they can find you, and I guess any updates you got for whatever's going on?
Yeah, sure. So you guys can find me here on YouTube. You can find me on Discord. I love to talk everything Transformers. If not tomorrow night, then Friday night. I'm hoping to finally get around to reviewing the Kingdom arc, because as soon as I finish reviewing that figure, I'm gonna finally do my top 10 Transformers of 2021 video.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm definitely excited to see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, now I remember what it was. Oh, hold on. Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Oh, okay. What I was gonna ask was is the Energon Ironhide figure a good figure to get? Because I'm trying to figure out if that's a good. Because I wouldn't mind getting that figure, but I'm curious if you have that figure and if it's definitely something I should get.
I do. I will say this: if you like a big blue and red Transformers figure that turns into that goes from a mostly blue and red truck to an even bigger blue and red robot, then Energon Ironhide is a figure for you to get.
Okay. And I'm curious, do you have the repaint version with the or the green and the star on it?
No, I do not. I missed out on that figure.
Okay.
But it is based off Ironhide's appearance in the last 10 episodes of Transformers Energon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll definitely see if I could hunt down that figure. I'll just say this: I honestly do hope we get more or newer generations of the Energon line, because I mean, the figures were good, but the combined modes were ugh.
Yeah, and that was what sold the Energon line was sold on, was that gimmick.
Yeah, I'll say this. Okay, I'll say this. I recommend Hotshot as being the legs, is all I could say. If you're going to have Hotshot as the upper torso with those big arms, nah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, but that's just my opinion. But, all right, I'll definitely, I'll definitely try to look for that figure, because it looks like a good figure. Is it really is it good with posing and all that? Or
not
good with
Not at all, because the entire front half of the truck mode forms the robot mode legs.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll definitely have to watch some reviews on that figure then. But all right. And yeah, I think that's about it. And you can find me here on YouTube at The Ghost of Lord Master Starscream. Same for Instagram, or same for my Instagram, my Discord page, and my TikTok. And I think that's about it. And also, before I end off, I do look forward to doing a size comparison tomorrow between the mine is incomplete, but the 2007 Optimus Prime figure, or Leader Class Optimus Prime figure, with the Revenge of the Fallen Leader Class version.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm actually hoping I'll be able to complete my 2007 one. The smokestacks I'll probably be unable to replace, but pretty much the only things I need to get is one of those little shoulder pieces that goes right there, and also the little blue piece, and also his gun, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But still, I'll say this figure I'm still happy to have in my collection. I tried getting the 2007 Optimus Prime figure for years, and I'm actually happy I got this figure in my collection. It's still a good figure. Well, I mean, robot mode is a little but I still like it. But truck mode is where it really shines. But yeah, and like I said, I hope to do an unboxing video tomorrow when I get back, and hopefully I'll be able to do 2 separate reviews if I'm able to. I might do them live. I'll probably have 2 live reviews tomorrow, hopefully, if I'm able to. But yeah, and yeah, I think that's about it. And thank you, TFN Geek, for joining. And oh, and also I will say this, if I haven't already mentioned, the reason why Ruben couldn't come today is still the workers are not coming by to fix the internet. So yeah, he's getting really frustrated. He wants to get some videos uploaded, and he's really been wanting to join the live stream. So
yeah.
And I know I keep saying this, but I will say this. Ruben says he's hoping that they'll come by tomorrow to fix it. But yeah, when I got off work, I was really hoping it was fixed. But yeah. So yeah, hopefully keep in prayer for him. Hopefully he gets his Wi-Fi fixed and he'll be back with us. Oh, and also I did not mention this yesterday, and I know I keep going on, but I really do want to point this out. For those who are wondering why autocorrect primer could not do the New Year's live stream or the New Year's Day live stream, I will say this. Last I talked to him, when I texted him, I don't know if Nikki, or excuse me, if our teacher has it, but from last I heard, Otto has the flu. So yeah, definitely keep him in prayer.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, hopefully he'll get to feeling better. I don't know if Nikki has it or our teacher, but I'm actually hoping she doesn't. So hopefully they'll get better real soon.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I think that's about it. I thank everyone who watched this live stream, and yeah, that's about it. And this is the ghost of Lord Master Starscream saying, "Seekers, transform and rain fire." Good night, everyone.
Good night.